I did not plan to cook food, but this is actually coming out good. So I took 2 big onions, put in here with water. That's it. Rice to go to sleep. And then what I'm going to do is add this meat. It's regular meat. You could use whatever meat you like. And then mushrooms. And then these 2 big heads of spinach. So that's what's happening here. 2 big onions, 1 thing of meat. Not that much meat in compared to the mushrooms and the spinach and the onions. You're getting a lot of vegetables in. Rice I only do like an hour before bed, maybe 2 hours, maybe half hour, maybe 10 minutes. It really helps me fall asleep. So I hope you learned something from this. And it's a very easy meal, and you could put it over salad. You could put it in wraps, but I don't recommend using wraps unless you feel like gaining weight, and they're healthy wraps. Meat and 2 onions are cooking. They're almost ready. I'm gonna make sure there's a lot of this red is gone. Then add spinach and mushrooms. Mushrooms first because they take longer to cook. So for anyone who doesn't really cook, I know some of you guys don't, you cook all the stuff that takes longer first, and then you add the stuff that takes less long, and the stuff that just cooks within like a minute or 2 at the end, and lots of spices. So far, adobo, don't judge, you can judge. Cumin. Is it cumin? Who says that? Onion and salt. Again, thank you, Bobby, for this. So we got the adobo for tons of flavor and possibly MSG. Cumin is delicious. You know, taco seasoning a lot of times is very heavy in cumin and onion, so it's a little taco-ish. I like that. And cayenne pepper, but we need something else. I've been shaking this upside down just for a few seconds. It's empty. Why is there empty things in my cabinet? I just have to call myself out on that. Maybe I could blame the last person who lived here for putting back an empty cumin container. Maybe. Isn't it easier to just blame other people for when things don't go wrong? Nah, I'm just joking around with that. I'm not going to blame it. I do foolish things all the time. Make sure you cover it. This is not the right cover, but actually I like this better than the right cover. Seriously, I'm very unorthodox in my methods. So you have to cover it to make sure that the greens cook. Otherwise, the greens won't wilt, and it'll kind of be like you have a raw salad sitting on top of stir fry. So to make sure that the greens, like spinach or kale or Swiss chard, whatever you use, I use spinach, make sure it blends in, you gotta cover it. So I gotta mix this in a little better and then recover it a couple minutes, and now it'll be done. Finished product. Spaghetti squash, zucchini shreds, Rayo sauce, salt. The meat, the onion, the spinach, pepper, mushrooms. This is enough food for a couple days. This will last me like 4 days. After 4 days, I don't do leftovers. This is so flavorful. You got lots of different spices, lots of fiber, antioxidants. You still have enzymes in there. You have some meat, has some creatine, some different amino acids. I cook meat maybe every few months. I really don't cook meat at all. Maybe every 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Very rare. So yeah, there's a lot of benefits to this. It's very filling. It's very delicious as long as your spices and your sauces are right. You gotta get the sauce game up. And then only at the end of the day, rice. So I get to have rice too. This is pretty good. And I'm 4.5, and I weigh 132 and 135 now. So that's pretty good. Parmesan on top of the spaghetti squash, zucchini, and Rayos. Hello. Might even add feta. Yeah, I gotta make this a little extra. Now we're talking. All right, baby. I wasn't thinking. I got authentic Greek feta, not knowing it's like a tofu block. It's just one solid block. It's not the crumbled deliciousness. I don't want this. If this is authentic feta, I want inauthentic feta. See how Jerry's wearing this Freddy Krueger type shirt? See how Jerry's just like Freddy Krueger? So Jerry Seinfeld's character was actually based on Freddy Krueger, which came before Jerry Seinfeld. And it's actually the same director. You would never know because the styles are so different. But Jerry Seinfeld's character was based on Freddy Krueger because when Freddy Krueger originally started, he was actually really funny. It's a funny, scary character. Alright, did any of you believe any of that? If you did, please tell me. Because that's so stupid and made up. I made up all of that. So if you're, I don't know, if you're born yesterday, oops, sorry for tricking you.